said you're over and done with love. I know that you can do it all by yourself. You probably really don't need my help, but we all need somebody to love. We all need somebody. We all need somebody. I know that you can do it all by yourself. You probably really don't need my help, but we all need somebody to love.
So that footage you guys just saw there, that was shot on this, the Mavic Air. This is the brand new drone from DJI. It's the little brother to the DJI Mavic Pro. And I've had this for about 2 weeks now. This is a prototype right here. And I've literally been carrying it everywhere with me in my backpack. And as a vlogger, I've just been loving how spontaneous I can be with this because it's just so small and light and I can just literally pull it out whenever I want to use it. I've taken it hiking with my friends and get amazing footage of the mountains and not have to worry about how heavy it is in my backpack. And I've even taken it out with my daughter and my nieces playing at the park and just got some beautiful footage of us just running around having fun. I even taught my little niece how to fly it and she was just amazed how easy it was to fly and that she was able to do it. So in terms of size, it's quite a bit smaller than the Mavic Pro when folded up and definitely when unfolded. It's a little bit bigger than the Spark, but in terms of quality, it's so much better than the Spark because you're able to shoot in 4K. You can shoot at 120 frames in 1080, which is a pretty cool feature to have, although it does have a little bit of a crop factor when shooting at 120. Another feature that I've really been loving on the Mavic Air is the quick shot mode, which is borrowed technology from the Spark. Basically what this does is it allows you to do complicated flight techniques at the touch of a button. These are techniques that even experienced drone operators struggle to nab. Techniques like droning, which is a really cool one. It starts off close to you and then goes away into the distance, revealing exactly where you are. Circle mode, which is kind of self-explanatory. Spiral mode as well, which is similar to circle mode, but as it circles, it gets further and further away and higher up, which makes for a really interesting shot. Rocket mode, where it literally acts like a rocket, starting low, going straight up into the sky in a straight line. Being able to do this at a push of a button just makes life so much easier. They've also introduced a couple of new features. One of them is boomerang. Similar to circle, starts off low, goes around you, goes high, around you, dips low, and then ends up where it started, which is pretty cool. But the one that really blew me away is asteroid mode. So asteroid mode works similar to the selfie mode, where it starts off close, goes back up into the air, but when it gets to its peak, it starts taking photos in all different angles and then has an effect similar to a 360 camera. Let me just show you guys. This is literally gonna blow your mind. It's crazy. So a couple of new cool design features that it has is it doesn't have this annoying bubble protective thing around the gimbal. I absolutely hate this thing. It is so flimsy. I've literally broken 2 of these in the past. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna break this one as well. It just breaks in my bag. And also this thing here, I find it so fiddly and annoying, and just putting it back in right is just does my head in. The Mavic Air has this beautiful gimbal cover that just works. It just slides off like that. The build quality is really nice. It feels a lot stronger and it's just so much easier and more intuitive to use. I really like that. It also has rearward facing sensors as well as forward facing sensors. The old Mavic only had the forward facing sensor. I mean, the more sensors you have on a drone is always better because it makes it less likely for you to crash. And I've crashed a couple of drones in my life, I'm not gonna lie. Another huge change that I've really loved is everything is completely autofocus on the Mavic Air. That's something that I found so annoying with the Mavic Pro, that you had to actually keep pressing the middle of the screen in order to pick your focus point. There's so many times where I actually forget to do that and just think that I'm in focus, and then I get home and I look at the footage and find that it's out of focus. So having it constantly in focus is just such a game changer for me. Also, the lens is slightly wider as well. The lens on the Mavic Air is a 24mm as opposed to the 28mm on the Mavic, which doesn't really seem like a big difference, but you can definitely see the difference when you're looking at the footage. There's a lot more depth of field on the original Mavic, which some people like, but when it comes to drones, I like everything to be in focus. So I really like that change as well. So next up, how does it fly? Normally the bigger the drone, the better it flies, the smoother it is. I figured that the Mavic Pro is probably gonna fly a little bit better than it. I was pretty pleasantly surprised. I feel like they fly pretty much the same, which, considering how much smaller the Mavic Air is, that's pretty incredible. So here's a question that I know everybody wants the answer to, and that's, how is the image quality? How does it stack up in comparison to the original Mavic Pro? Before I give my personal opinion on it, I want to show you guys some side-by-side footage so that you can make up your own mind. I went out today and I shot some footage on both drones. So the footage on both drones I shot in 4K. I've downscaled it to 1080p. I haven't color graded it. I've shot it in standard picture profile, no warp stabilization, no effects whatsoever. I also used auto exposure as well, just to make it really fair. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys to have a look at the footage, then we'll come back and we'll talk about what my personal opinion is. So my personal opinion, looking at the footage side by side, I feel like the Mavic Air is a little bit more contrasty and saturated. It's maybe a little bit softer. I feel like the Mavic Pro, the image is just a little bit crisper, a little bit sharper. Not by a lot, but by a little bit. I also noticed that there's a lot more depth of field going on in the Mavic Pro footage, which, as I said earlier, I prefer that really wide open look where everything is in focus when it comes to drone footage. So here's my final thoughts on this drone. I've actually fallen in love with it. Footage that I've been able to get out of it has been amazing. It has just been so convenient for me to use. I've literally, as I said, I've been able to take it everywhere. The build quality is nice, the picture quality is nice, and it just works. It's just so easy to use. I'm sorry, DJI, I know this is a prototype and you want it back, but yeah, I'm gonna have to keep this one. I don't want to give it back. I just want to continue taking it everywhere with me, and I would bet money on the fact that in the next 6 months this is going to become the new drone of choice for pretty much all vloggers who want to use drones in their vlogs, travel photographers, travel videographers, and people who just want to go out and have fun with a drone. Anyway, I normally don't do dedicated review videos, but I just love this product so much that I wanted to do a video about it. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.